I'm Chris Lowell. Hello, America. Oh, God.
You know, Chris is a really good actor, but he's an amazing photographer.
His photography is incredible. I mean, there's so many crazy talented people here. Like, I don't know how they do it.
The first show I was on was a show called Life as We Know It, and the producer on the show is this guy named Gabe Sachs, and he's an avid photographer himself, and so my character was a photographer, so he gave me this beautiful old Leica, and it didn't have any light meter on it. He was just like, go to town, and then I guess I just kind of got the bug, and I've just been shooting ever since. Once I really started studying photography in college, I really became enamored with the great sort of street photographers, Robert Frank and Elliot Erwitt, Henry Cartier-Bresson. I think I'll always appreciate street photography first and foremost. Traditional black and white film photography of just candid street scenes, I think is what kind of gets me going the most.
The first time I saw Chris Lowell's photography, we did a shoot in the first season on a rooftop in downtown LA that I think that ended up never being used. It was a helicopter shot. I think they should be used as publicity stills. I mean, I think they're some of the best group photographs that have been taken of us.
This was the day Tay learned how to read. It was a big day for everyone. This was the day Tay learned how to walk. He was always into firefighters, and this was sort of him living out his fantasy, which makes me very happy.
Yeah, that boy's got an eye on him. I hope this book that he's been playing around with comes out, because it should.
And that's Tim kind of winking at me because he knows that Tay's about to get fired. Here's Paul contemplating life, and Tay contemplating what I would look like naked.
He really captures, he kind of captures the vibe of set pretty well too. So those behind the scenes pictures are great.
This was during season 1. There's Kate surrounded by everyone as usual, looking like a sex bomb. And I told Audra just to chill out of focus. And she kind of did a good job.
He's kind of got the most awesome lifestyle ever. He's always traveling. He's sort of a mover and a shaker and globetrotter. So when he's not here, he's always somewhere out in the world.
Yeah, I have this bad habit of just leaving without a lot of notice.
I think he stepped on every continent in the world last year, or 6 out of 7 or something.
Give him 48 hours off and he'll be somewhere around the globe and come back and have a great story.
I think the most impulsive trip we took last year was I called all of my friends on like a Wednesday. And I just said, meet me tomorrow at JFK Airport with just your passports and nothing else. And they showed up the next day, and I had 5 tickets to Barcelona, and we all flew to Barcelona for like 3 days and just got crazy. I was pursuing this girl, and she was living in Italy at the time, so I thought, you know, Venice would be a good place to go, sort of lock it down, and did not work out. So then I took this boat and sailed to Varanasi, and this is actually taken on the Ganges River, which is a gorgeous place. If any of you have ever been there, just don't swim or drink the water because it's full of dead bodies. I'm not kidding. This is in Machu Picchu in Peru. At sunrise, I hiked up here with my cousin Charlie, and we were just chilling out, looking at the sunrise, and it was a little dusty, and this guy down here just really wanted to think hard about why no one else wanted to talk to him. This was the day I forgot to pay my rent. They threw my one cushion out the window. I was living in Marrakesh at the time, which is where this was taken.
He's sort of able to go places that other people can't because he's so friendly and he insinuates himself into all situations.
Okay, this is a photograph of my friend Ginny, and I took this in Memphis, and Ginny's grandmother owns the largest porcelain doll collection, I think, in the world. It's borderline terrifying, but so Jenny and I went exploring in there one night, and that's where I took this photograph, because Jenny is a beautiful young porcelain young lady herself. This was when I ordered, they said it was a life-size companion for gentlemen, and then this human being showed up from Canada. I returned this piece because it was 3 inches taller than me. This photograph was taken when Andrea turned her mother into a squirrel and then killed her. And then, I don't know who these people are. I think this was security. They look tough. I don't know, the guy on the left looks like kind of a softie, but the dude on the right seems like he could brawl. So, don't mess. Well, the project that I've worked on most recently was as a photojournalist for this group called Project Metashare, which is an organization that organizes basically doctors and medical students, and they go into these rural parts of Haiti and give aid to people who need it. This was in a rural area, and there's very few areas to get clean drinking water, and so this boy was getting water for his family, and I photographed this on his way home. These doctors would walk into a church or a school, walk in and just immediately set up sort of a triage. They would put everybody outside because there were usually hundreds of people there to be seen, and the children always would find these little holes and nooks and crannies to sort of spy on these Western doctors. To the 17 people who got lost somewhere in the DVD features on this disc, I really appreciate you watching.
We went out one night and we were staying in New York. We were both in New York, and we went out to this local watering hole. We had a few drinks, and then I took him back to my spot.
This is actually Taye Diggs's house. When we found out the show got picked up, we decided to kind of have a rager, and it got a little out of hand.
And he took some really beautiful nudes of me and my cat, Puddles.
Photographing Taye Diggs naked is a lot like photographing the David. And by that I mean that there's a lot of stuff missing.
They were really tasteful, you know what I mean? Just me completely naked. We had some paint, and we put these little bows on my cat's neck and around her paws, and we'd have her kind of on my bald head, you know, kind of standing.
It's like when a wolf chews off its own paw to survive a trap. Taye Diggs has done the same thing to other parts of his body.
And I didn't know whether or not we should give these to a magazine or maybe...
This is just so wrong.
Do you think I'm serious right now?
Please stop. Just stop rolling. This is just...
How long were you gonna let me go on like that?
We're just gonna go ahead and end it there? Okay, well, there you go. I guess that sums it up. Taye Diggs, there goes my friendship. Oh, God.